Hey everyone, it's Nina. I'm going to talk about the Manifestor Aura in today's video. So if you are not familiar with the aura and the human design system, the aura is this energetic field that envelops a person that is felt by other people before you even speak or interact with them. Generally, it's like 6 to 10 feet, I believe is what the auric field is, or that can be felt. And every single type has a different aura. So you have the generators who have these very open and inviting auras that are tied to their strategy and their authority, because they're here to respond to life. So they need to have this open and inviting aura. And you have the projectors who are here to guide. So they have this very penetrating aura. So they're going to go in really deep to the core of each person and really get to know and see them. And then you have the reflectors who are just kind of like taking tapas or tasting different parts of their environment and their auras. It's kind of like this Teflon type aura where people can't affect them in the same way as the other types. And then you have the manifestors who are here who have this big repelling, almost like closed aura, and that may seem like a very negative thing, or you're like, why? I don't want to be closed off. And it's not that you're closed off, it's just like it's energetically you just have this field around you because we need so much energy to initiate and birth our urges into the world that we have to almost like protect and hold that energy so that we're not having a million people coming at us all at once taking that energy. So by the time that we are here to execute or we're here to initiate an urge, we don't have that much energy left because we have been giving it away to other people. So as a manifestor, what really helped me to understand having this closed or repelling aura is that it's not personal. Because other people will be very fascinated by this energetic field that is around us, and they'll be like, I can't really like get into that. And so I'll have like those curious people who are interested in me and they'll come to me. Those are my people. Those are your people as a manifestor, the ones that are curious and that come to you. I used to take it so personally when everyone in the room didn't like me. And I'd be like, wow, like I look really great today, or I'm feeling really nice and happy. Why is that person like being mean or cold to me? And it was because that person was not meant for me. They were not meant to take part in my energy. And the reason why they might behave in that way is because there are going to be people who see this closed off aura, this repelling aura, and they can't see past it. And so they get very suspicious or they don't trust it, or they're like, I can't see in there. And it's like, they may not consciously know that they are rejecting it or whatever, but you're triggering them in some way. And it's awesome because those are not the type of people that you want to be giving your attention to. You should be thanking those people for rejecting you in some way because you don't have time for that energy. You have big energy that you need to protect. And so the people that come to you, they are going to be the ones that are going to support you. Those are going to be the ones that are going to lift you up, that are going to say, hey, like you have this big energy. How can I be a part of it? And those are the people that you want on your team. And so that was actually like one of the best things that I learned about being a manifestor that helped take off so much pressure because I was trying to constantly please other people and be friends with everybody. So that is one thing that I really want to share that has helped me the most as a manifestor, because one of our biggest wounds is rejection. And when you really start to pay attention and start to realize that it is not who you are as a person that people are like rejecting, it's really just your energetic field. And it's actually this incredible filter that is actually your best friend for bringing in the best people and the best opportunities into your life. So if you look at it from that perspective, it's like such a great asset to have this aura that seems closed off or repelling. So with that being said, we have this really big aura, and sometimes it does stop other people from wanting to interact with us or not understand us. And so that is where our strategy comes into play to inform. So like I mentioned in a previous video with the strategy and authority, informing is going to help remove resistance from other people. So you might walk into a room and people are going to immediately know that you are in the room. So what I personally like to do is to inform other people why I am in that room, whether it's at an event or a gathering, and I just let people know like, hey, here I am. This is how I'm feeling as an emotional being. It's very important to let others know, because it's almost like you kind of invite them into your energetic field a little bit, because you are using your defined throat to speak and communicate what is going on inside that people may not necessarily have access to. I kind of liken our aura to, what is the movie called, with the vampires, Twilight. So, spoiler alert, if anyone has read the books, or maybe if you want to read it, maybe not watch this part until you do, but basically, like, there's this vampire guy who tries to get into, what's her name, Bella, to get in to read her thoughts, because he can read thoughts, but he can't read her thoughts, and he didn't understand why until she became a vampire, and that was actually her gift. She had this like bubble shield or whatever that she could put around her to keep other people out. So it was like this very big protection mechanism. And I kind of like view manifestors almost like that, but there are ways to let others in. And I will say with manifestors, having this aura, you do kind of feel like a lone wolf. You do feel kind of like this, like this lone island, where it does seem a little bit tougher to feel really close to other people. And it's not because you don't want to, it's just how we are, designed with our aura. And so when we go off and we go do our things and we initiate our urges and like all of those things, and we come back to our people and we're like, hey, I just did this, but I come back. Manifestors, like, we need love just like anybody else. We're not like these aliens. Like, we are normal human beings, and just energetically our aura is very different. So it doesn't mean you need to treat us any differently. It just means that it is our responsibility to communicate as much as we can, inform as much as we can to the people around us, and know that we are here to love on you, and we want to be loved in return. Because while we have this big aura, we're actually very soft and cuddly on the inside, and we are so loyal to a T. Like, when our people stick by our sides and they just get us, and they know that we're going to go off and we're going to go do things and whatever, we're going to come back to our people, like, always. Because when we have that freedom and other people don't resist it, we're going to come back to those people, and we're going to be like, you get me. And they don't take it personally, because it's not a personal thing. Like, we're here to initiate these beautiful things into this world, all these big energies, these new things into the world. And so we need that repelling aura to protect our energy and go off and do things. And then we come back, other people may not understand it because we're going off and doing things, and they may not be able to see past our aura. And so that can feel confusing from a relationship standpoint, whether it's romantic or friendship or with your family. And so that's a whole nother aspect of being a manifestor, is it can be very lonely, or there's a possibility of it feeling very lonely, because we have these deep wounds of rejection and feeling like we have to do things on our own, because we do have such powerful auras, and we have this energy that we're here to initiate and make a huge impact on the world. And so I just want to add that part in, because it's not a negative thing to have this type of aura, but I do want to mention that it can be challenging if you don't really understand the mechanics of it, and how, what are the best ways that you can interact with other people and let other people know how to interact with you. And so it does get easier over time, especially that bit that I said at the beginning, where, it's best to inform other people and let them know where you're at, because that will remove a lot of resistance and help other people see that you're not trying to hide anything inside this big aura. So I hope that this was helpful to any manifestors watching, and especially to anyone who knows a manifestor or wants to understand manifestors better. I thank you so much for watching this video, because we are cuddly and soft, and we want all the love in the world. And it may seem like we're repelling or we're closed off, but we want that connection, and it's not a personal thing. There's not just the human design aspect of having this aura. There's obviously traumas and wounds and emotions that are repressed that play a factor in a role in all of this. So just like any other human being, we're here to give and receive love just like anybody else. And so this is just one other way that you can look at how to approach and interact with manifestors. So I'm curious what all of my manifestors experiences are with having this aura, and what are the things that have happened to you in the past versus now, when you've experimented with and have this different perspective on having this aura, and why it's such a positive thing for you. And then for anyone who has manifestors in their lives, I would love to hear if this has been helpful for you, or if there are other tips that you would like to add for anyone else watching this video that we can read in the comments. That would be so incredible. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.